What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. The Indiana Pacers fought hard against the Oklahoma City Thunder in Game 4 of the NBA Western Conference semifinals. But when the dust settled, it was the Thunder who came out on top with a score of 111-104. Despite the loss, the Pacers guard Tyrese Haliburton had an impressive performance with 36 points, including going 10 for 10 from the free throw line. His teammate, forward Aaron Nesmith, also put up a good fight with 23 points and 9 rebounds. However, it wasn't enough to secure a win for the Pacers. On the other side of the court, the Thunder's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had a phenomenal game, with 41 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. He was unstoppable in the fourth quarter, when he scored 15 points in the last 4.5 minutes to lead his team to victory. It was a Herculean effort that turned the tide of the game in the Thunder's favor. The Thunder's head coach, Mark Daigneault, praised Gilgeous-Alexander for his performance, calling him a warrior and acknowledging that the team feeds off his competitiveness. With this win, the Thunder have tied the series at 2-2, and they'll be looking to take a 3-2 lead. When they host Game 5 on Monday night, now let's talk about the key moments of the game. As I mentioned earlier, the Pacers had a strong start to the game, and they were able to maintain a double-digit lead throughout most of the first half. Their lead was 12 points at the end of the first quarter and 17 points at halftime. Pacers' offense was clicking on all cylinders, and they shot 52% from the field in the first half. Their transition game was particularly effective as they scored 20 fast break points. The Thunder, on the other hand, struggled to find their rhythm in the first half, and they were plagued by turnovers. They committed 11 turnovers in the first half, which led to 19 points for the Pacers. Gilgeous-Alexander, who had 15 points in the first half, was the only bright spot for the Thunder. In the second half, the Pacers continued to play well, and they were able to maintain their double-digit lead until the fourth quarter. The Thunder made a few adjustments at halftime, and they came out with more energy in the third quarter. They cut the Pacers' lead to 8 points at the end of the third quarter. The fourth quarter is where the game turned. The Thunder came out with a renewed sense of urgency, and they started to chip away at the Pacers' lead. With 5 minutes left in the game, the Thunder cut the lead to 4 points. The Pacers called a timeout to try to stop the Thunder's momentum, but it didn't work. The Thunder continued to play with intensity, and they took their first lead of the game with 2 minutes left. The Pacers tried to mount a comeback, but the Thunder held on to win the game. Gilgeous-Alexander was the star of the fourth quarter. He scored 15 of his 41 points in the final 4 minutes and 38 seconds of the game. It was an incredible display of clutch shooting, and it was the difference maker in the game. Thunder coach Mark Daigneault talked about Gilgeous-Alexander's performance after the game. "That's what he does," Daigneault said. "He's a warrior. We feed off of his competitiveness. When he elevates like that, we have a chance to be really good." Thunder's bench also played a big role in their victory. In particular, Jalen Williams had a big game with 17 points and 5 rebounds. Williams was also a key player in the Thunder's comeback in the fourth quarter. He hit a big three-pointer to give the Thunder the lead for good. "It was huge," Gilgeous-Alexander said of Williams' performance. "He's been in a great place lately. We needed him to make shots tonight, and he knocked them down. It's a big part of our team." The Thunder's defense also stepped up in the fourth quarter, when they held the Pacers to just 14 points. "We were trying to keep the ball out of the paint," Pacers coach Rick Carlisle said. "They did a good job of contesting shots. We missed some that we normally make." The Thunder's win in Game 4 was a wake-up call for the Pacers. After winning the first 2 games of the series, the Pacers looked like they were in control. But the Thunder have bounced back and tied the series at 2-2. "We're a veteran team," Pacers guard Tyrese Haliburton said. "We've got to be better in Game 5. So what can the Pacers do to bounce back in Game 5? One key will be to slow down Gilgeous-Alexander. Pacers had no answer for him in Game 4, and if they can't contain him in Game 5, it could be another long night. The Pacers also need to improve their three-point shooting. They shot just 5 of 24 from beyond the arc in Game 4. If they can't make threes, it will be tough for them to keep up with the Thunder. The Thunder, on the other hand, will be looking to keep their momentum going. They've won 2 straight games, and they're playing their best basketball of the series. The Thunder's X-factor in this series has been their defense. When their defense is on, they're a tough team to beat. The Thunder will need to continue to play lockdown defense if they want to win the series. Game 5 of the Western Conference semifinals between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers will take place on Monday night in Oklahoma City. Tip-off is set for 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The Thunder are looking to take a 3-2 lead in the series.